So what would it be like to live on a working farm, but not have to put on all that hard work, maintenance, all that stuff that comes with a farm?
That sounds like Aberlin Springs to me.
Sure does.
Yeah.
This might be it.
Yeah.
So we're lucky enough today to be at Aberlin Springs. My name is Mike Hines, and this is Jason Curley with Oyler Hines of Coldwell Banker. We're fortunate enough to be out here selling this gorgeous piece of property and all the lots that come along with it.
Yes, Aberlin Springs has 137 lots. It's 140 acres of beauty with a working farm and just a wonderful place to be.
It's a special spot. So this is an agri-community. In an agri-community, for lack of a better term, it is a community, but instead of a golf course community or a pool, even though they have a pool, it's a working farm that surrounds it. So really, the houses, they're looking out in their front yards at this working farms. So they have chickens, goats, pigs, plants, everything you can imagine. Heck, to get these chairs out here, we had to walk by the hay bales that they were racking up in the farm, or in the barn.
Exactly, and that farm really provides a different lifestyle for members of the community. So you get to come to a nice market without leaving the neighborhood to get the produce that you need to put food on the table for something like 25 or 28 weeks out of the year. How incredible is
It's
that?
an incredible place. And it really is about this lifestyle of sustainability and everything. You could literally live off the farm. I mean, off the land, right? That's what this is all about. And we're fortunate enough to work with Leslie Aberlin. She's the person that created and crafted this vision. Her folks had moved into this piece of property, but she crafted the vision to take it from there. So we actually got to go do a little tour with her real quick. So let's go meet up with Leslie real quick so she can share a little bit more about this.
Excellent.
Leslie, first off, this is one of my favorite communities that I've been around. The best part about this is your history, the family, what you've been grown up around this. So share with us kind of where we are right now.
This was actually my parents' retirement farm, and they wanted to have a place where the entire family could come and gather. So this was my parents' home, and then they built another house for my dad's sister, and my mom's brother and sister-in-law lived in the other home. And they basically spent their retirement time up here, living their best lives. And then once they were all done with it and my mom was the last one standing, we decided that we needed to kind of take a look and see what the next picture was going to be.
Well, that's what's so cool, because that's what sparked Aberlin Springs, right?
Yeah,
this is what brought this whole thing to life. But it was really your vision. I know it started with your parents, but your vision is what created what it is today, right?
Well, they built such a beautiful place, and I was so grateful that they picked Warren County as a place to land, because I think we just were so well received. Warren County is always trying to keep their rural feeling, but they need to allow for growth. And we saw that need. I have a personal need to have access to the good foods that come off of a farm. I had an autoimmune disease that almost took me out, and that was really the premise to, you know, I've got to get healthy. We have this farm. What are we going to do with the farm? I have a home building company. It was really the perfect storm. So this is Pendragon's 20th year in business. So I had already been in business for 12 years before we decided to even do this. And then it took a couple years for us to figure out how to do it and what we wanted to do and what the big vision was. But the grounds themselves and this location and being so close to 71 and then just the community of Warren County, I don't know that this could have happened in a lot of other areas.
I completely agree. You're so centrally located.
Right.
Tell us about the name. Where did it come from?
So Aberlin, so Aberlin's our family's name. That's my parents' last name, and we're the last of the Aberlins. They came from Switzerland, actually.
Well, and that's kind of where this design came from, right? The Swiss roots.
Yeah,
that'd be fair to
absolutely.
say. You know, so if you look around, obviously with the chalets, and we're here in the courtyard, surrounded by a garden, the family, the pool, the rec area, that sort of thing.
So
and
this was all
them.
Yes. And he loved the designing. So these are true timber frame homes that have the timber frame and then the Streskin paneling, and so it's a very unique building. People are really attracted to being in them. They're just very solid, and it's just an architecture you don't see very often.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick walk over here just to show a little bit more of the space and just show exactly what it's all about. So as we're walking through the courtyard, this is where your folks lived for a while,
Yep.
correct? Yes, so they
Yep.
built this up. Tell us about the additions since they lived here, what you've done.
Well, this here was actually just a family garden where they would grow some vegetables for themselves. They pretty much ran cattle out here. They would raise the mothers, and we'd bring in a bull every year, and then they would have the babies and they'd go off to market. And it was really more for them to have the meadows mowed down by the cattle, and they just like to see the animals. And my mom's always raised sheep. That's her thing.
Yeah. So the community, I mean, that's really what this is all about. It's probably what keeps your mom young, right? And what the neighbors and the residents here really are just, they love.
Yeah.
Right? So we're walking over to the farmer's market, or to the farm market. Can you tell us more about this facility and how it operates, how it's run? So would it be fair to say you're trading out the groundskeepers of a golf course with farmers that are actually raising animals, livestock, and of course, you know, growing all the plants?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because I don't want to farm. I want access to to the food.
Yes.
But we do have professional farmers that come up and they do all the farming for us. And then we just come in here to our beautiful farm market, and then we get all the food from here.
Grab the best stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look inside.
Sure.
I just moved in.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm living here. How
Yes.
can I operate? Or how can I leverage what you have going in the farm market here?
So all of our community members are members of a CSA, and that's Customer Supported Agriculture.
Yes.
And this is how we also cash flow the farm. So everybody pays yearly $850 towards the farm food, and then when the season hits, which is usually May through October, then we come out every single week and we pick up our food for the week. And then you're getting the freshest, food. We get a little email the week before so we know what's coming, so we know how to prepare for like what we're going to cook that week. But everybody just comes in here. We have a point of sale right here.
Sure.
So not only do we have our vegetables, but we also have meat, because like I said, my mom's raising sheep still.
Yes.
And now we've got pigs in production, and we have meat chickens. We also have the egg layers. And as we grow the farm and more of the people are here, and actually when we finish this next phase is when the animal production will start down in the lower field. So we definitely will have more animals. The goal is to literally be able to grow enough calories for the entire community here, and then be able to reach out to the bigger community.
So it is truly sustainable, and this isn't just a vanity farm.
This is
a
a
true
regenerative
working-
farm.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's different than organic.
Yes.
So regenerative is really focusing on the soils and creating the best possible soils you can, because you can buy organic food, but if it doesn't have any nutrients in the soil, then it's just kind of a
It's
naked
dead, for
vegetable.
lack of another, right?
Yeah,
it's
it
not,
just doesn't
it's not
have
really
the
growing
nutrients.
everything that comes into there. Yes,
Right.
I think, and that's been a big push over the last several decades, hasn't it? Regenerative farming,
Right.
to really truly understand what that
Right.
means. So let's see, just because obviously a lot of people don't understand what that ends up meaning, right? But
Yeah.
let's open up some of these fridges so you can show us what we have to offer.
So here we have lamb and bacon in this one. It's obviously been picked out a little bit, and we reorganize these probably once a month. We'll bring in some more. But like this is an example. The kids have a little kid. They had a kid garden in the community garden, and they made pesto at the end of the season.
Wow, yes.
And then we sold it, and then a couple didn't sell, so they just go in the freezer. So we can come in here. We always have chicken, pork, and beef. And we partner with some other local farms that also do regenerative. We want to make sure that all of our meat is grass-fed meat.
Yes.
And then we have eggs, and people can come in and you can just purchase these things. These fall outside of the CSA, but the CSA is a vegetable CSA. And then we just layer different foods. We have a baker who comes in sometimes and brings us sourdough bread. So there's just kind of layers of,
Layers of how it all,
depending on the season and who shows up. And we've usually partnered with a chef, and so often we'll have prepared foods as well. And
You have events in here as well. Like
Oh,
there's
we do a
events
lot
you
of
bring
events.
in folks, which is a lot of fun.
And you don't have to live here to rent the place either.
Be a part of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the main house still has bedrooms in it, so people can rent the bedrooms, or you can rent the main space for baby showers and weddings and corporate events. And we're just about to kind of step that whole project up too.
Okay. Yeah. Leslie, you mind if we go take a look at the farm?
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's the fun part.
Yes, this is what it's all about.
So this is my mom.
Yes.
She wasn't expecting us to show up with a camera. She's been unloading hay actually for the sheep.
Yes.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
this is to say. So for anybody that thinks this isn't a real working farm, now you're gonna really see what's going on.
57 bales right there.
Yes.
Well, she has been really working for many years here on
You're
this
keeping
farm.
the sweat off. It's pretty impressive.
I was along for the ride.
Right? So this is essentially your front yard. You know, when
Yes.
you live here, you get to take into all of this, and it's why it's such a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. But let's talk about Pendragon Homes, which is your home building, custom home building company,
Yes.
and then the living opportunities that live here. Tell us a little bit.
Great. Well, Pendragon Homes has been in business for 20 years. This is our 20th year, and we're a custom home builder.
Yes.
So in this community, we had to create 2 new product lines because we were more doing the upper end homes originally and through the first part of the career. So we wanted this community specifically to have a variety of price points. So we have our 3 different products here. We have our courtyard product, which from this front, they're more like a row house, so they look small from the front, but they all have full basements. They start out at 1,400 square feet to go up to 3,000 square feet. So we have the courtyard product, and then we also have our manor product, which is more a narrower lot. It's
Sure.
more like a front load garage product. And then we have our estate product, which
Sure.
is what most people know us for.
Absolutely. It's what
but-
you've been building for a long, long time,
Yeah.
in and around Warren County, even
Right.
Hamilton County, everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah. And then so our price points really start about 500 to about $1.5 million here at Aberlin. And then we also build off-site and in other communities when
Sure.
people have lots as
So this is
well.
kind of home base for you, but you build everywhere in Warren County.
Yeah.
And clients have come to you, they've built multiple houses with you.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of having Pendragon here in Aberlin Springs.
Yeah, it's easy for me because I live here.
This is true.
Yeah,
It's
so I
such a
like
special
that.
spot. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely close to my heart to work here.
So let's talk about where we are right now. We're almost smack dab in between Dayton and Cincinnati. We're only about, what, 20, 25 minutes from Cincinnati?
About 25 minutes.
Yeah, we're pretty close. And you only live a few minutes away from here, right?
2 miles.
Right in Mainville. So
Yep.
you have Mainville, you have Lebanon. We're in South Lebanon right here where we are, but we're just minutes from I-71.
Right.
In, about 20 minutes you can be to downtown Cincinnati. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes you can be to Columbus. Dayton's only, what, 35, 40 minutes away?
About 35
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. So your location could not be any better here at Aberlin Springs.
Right.
And that's one of the things we love. Plus, all the different amenities. We just had the Cincinnati Open, which is the tennis tournament. That's just a few miles away.
Right? One exit up the freeway.
It's right up there. It's right up there. Right on 71, you can see that off there, which is across from Kings Island, which is one of the best amusement parks around.
Oh, yeah.
You have great schools. You have just highly rated schools when it comes to that, private and public.
Definitely.
You have a community in an area that people are attracted to from all across the nation. Buyers right now, we are finding that they are seeking out communities like this,
Sure.
right? And it's because of this agri-community, which is very rare in the region, right? Is this the first one
This
in
is
the
the
state
first
of Ohio?
one in Ohio.
In
Yeah,
Ohio.
absolutely.
All of Ohio. And why do you think that is?
I think it's a concept that's just been such a large task to take on, to be
Yes.
able to balance a working farm and provide all the amenities for a community that rivals, if not exceeds, other communities, even outside of the farming aspect and the CSA aspect of it. So
These are so rare because you have 140 acres. First off, you have to find a great, beautiful, gorgeous 140 acres. Then you have to put all the effort into a farm that needs to be maintained and run. And then of course you have to have a builder that has the vision to be able to put the streets in and do all of this and not look to just maximize how dense a community can be. It can really be just the right amount of homes to make a place like this just so special.
Yeah, I'm glad that you touched on the builder to take on that and just let it be as special as it absolutely could be. I think one of the big things to point out is single-sided streets where there's only homes on one side of the street. And how thoughtful is that you can walk out of your front door and look across at this beautiful farm.
Absolutely.
They kept trees, all the fall foliage is on its way. It's almost here.
Yes.
We're waiting on it. But to be that thoughtful as a builder, you really have to be pouring your heart and soul into
Yes.
a community, and I think that's truly what they've done here.
And that's it. I mean, developers use the term yield. Yield is the amount of lots you get. How dense can a property be? How many units can you get? That was not Leslie's MO when she wanted to create this place, right? If she wanted to do that, she could have quadruple the amount of homes that are out here based on the zoning. Well, maybe not quadruple, but quite a bit. It's about sustainability and loving where you live and the lifestyle that comes along with this.
Yeah, and one of the beautiful things is that when you sit quietly out here, you hear the trees and the wind blowing through the trees. You don't hear AC units.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy the peace and nature.
So we talked about Pendragon Homes, which is Leslie's home building company.
Right.
They don't just build in here, right?
Right.
But Leslie had mentioned they build lifestyle, manor, and estates. Talk to us about price point and what you're seeing out here from a standpoint of housing.
So one thing to really keep in mind is that Pendragon is truly a custom builder.
Yes.
If you can dream it, chances are they can put it in a home.
True.
So we have the lifestyle or courtyard homes, and the courtyard areas throughout the neighborhood are set up with a different theme. So we have wildflower and pollinators, and so there's a nice theme to it.
Yes.
And those homes truly get the lifestyle piece of it. The outside lawn maintenance is taken care of, snow removal is taken care of, included in the HOA, and those are starting out in the mid 500s, and then moving into the manor and estate lots, you're going to get a larger lot with the manor. You get a 70-foot front. With the estate, you get a 100-foot front. And really, the big difference I see is that with the manor, you can still get a front entry garage. With the estate, you can get the side entry garage, so you just get house in the front. You get the larger lot, and really, it's about where you want to take it.
Exactly.
So
any type of home that you want to build, they are custom, as you mentioned. Even the lifestyle, they can customize those, and then they can design any type of home that will fit, literally fit on the manor. I'm sorry, the manor and the estate lots. And that's it. Is there's a variety of different options, and they've been fortunate enough to have quite a bit of demand coming in to where they have people that are in the design process almost all the time.
Right.
And we're approaching the 5th and 6th phases of this site, which are the last couple of phases really here. So we're at the tail end of this development, right? The last, what, 30, 40, 50 lots?
54 lots is what's left, and actually in phase 5, which is the second to last phase, we're ready to start filling spots for the courtyard homes. So we have 10 courtyard lots available, and we're ready right now to start putting names to those lots.
Yes. So now is the time where if somebody's interested in building a house and they want a great location, a great spot, live on a farm, but not have to take care of the farm. We talked about HOA maintenance. Literally, we always talk about grass cutting and lawn maintenance and snow removal, but how about a working farm and a CSA and all this kind of stuff that comes in there? So great. And then of course you have the pool facilities, you have the geothermal, the private sewer system that we have. But now is the time to where if people are interested, all they have to do is give us a call, give Jason a call, give myself a call, give Leslie a call. Everybody's very approachable.
Absolutely.
They can reach on out, and we give you a farm tour, walk you around. Leslie loves giving the farm tour, as we saw earlier.
She's great at it.
She's fantastic. And then you come down, put your name on a lot, deposit, and you start designing a home.
Absolutely.
But for out here, they had to create their own private septic system, private sewer, on-site sewer. They put their own water filtration system in for these whole house water filtration for each of the homes. They have a whole geothermal for the entire community.
Absolutely.
These are not things you do just to make more money off of a development.
No. So we currently have a model home on site that you can come through, and that's where we use the area that we use to pick out all the features and do the design.
All the selections.
All the selections for the house. So we have that here at the site, and then we always have inventory. There's always homes being built out here. So when you come out to tour the farm and have a look around at the neighborhood, you can look at a home that Pendragon has built and see and experience the quality firsthand. It's not just a picture.
Yes.
You actually get to walk through and see and feel what it
touch
looks
and
like.
feel. And the beauty of this community is there are dozens of neighbors that will open their door to show us your homes, show us their homes, show us what they've done. They're excited about it. They want great new neighbors to come here. But the team you get to work with is first class. They're about as good as it comes.
Absolutely.
And they will make this process so smooth, so easy on you that this is what building a house should be like, and in the community of what we hope to see more of in the future. Unfortunately, right now, there's really only this one.
Yep.
Yes.
But it's the dream home building process in the dream neighborhood.
Yes, this
Dream
is truly,
setting.
it's a dream setting. This is true farm to table. The farm just happens to only be 100 feet away from your table.
Exactly.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So if you have any interest, we'd encourage you to reach out to Jason, myself, Leslie, or anybody on the Pendragon team. We're here at your disposal. We have open houses pretty much every weekend, but reach out to us. Give us a call. We'd be happy to give you a tour. And as always, you can email us at jason@Oyler-Hines or mike@oylerhines.com. We're here to help. We hope we can give you a tour so you can see firsthand exactly what living at Aberlin Springs is really truly all about.